right guard and Norm Evans at the right tackle. So Bob Greasy is ready for our first play from scrimmage. And he runs Sonka just short of his 25. Ron Carpenter brings him down. Royce Berry, 82 at left end with an injury, and Craig are the safety men. 2nd and 6. Miami from their 24. In motion is Briscoe. Mercury Morris, and he's jammed up at his 27-yard line by Al Beauchamp and Ron Carpenter. 3rd down. Reed got back all right. Goes to Kick for the 1st down. Jim Kick. Here's Briscoe coming at you. Mercury Morris, 35, 40, makes his turn as the 1st down. He goes out on his 46. He has the best average in pro football, 6.4 a carry. O.J. Simpson averaged 6 yards a carry. Great drop back. Now Greasy pass right to Paul Warfield at the 30. 1st down, Warfield. And he'll be at the Cincinnati 26 or 27. Miami moving from their own 20 to the Cincinnati 26. Briscoe in motion. Mercury Morris cutting to the 20. Boy, he is Mercury, I'll tell you. Neil Craig, the safety man, had to tackle him. And Greasy, touchdown to Warfield. Paul Warfield running a hard slant. He and Greasy teamed up for 4 touchdowns and 1 half last week. Cincinnati nothing. Tied in is Trumpy 84. That's Essex Johnson coming through at the 40 and just upended there by Jake Scott, or he might have broken the first play. Essex Johnson, who has amazing balance, he missed 3 yards from gaining 1,000 this year, just 3 yards short, and he's injured. Or Johnson will be a damaging blow if he doesn't come back. Here's a flare out to Boobie Clark. He breaks it, comes up to the 50, and is out of bounds in Miami territory. Boobie Clark to the 40, 35. Boobie Clark. They're ripping them apart on 3 plays, the Bengals. Anderson ready for his first pass. And the pass is good to Isaac Curtis, and he's nailed out of bounds on the 22. And breaking through is Linville Elliott, the rookie running back, a man that Paul Brown is very high on for the future. Anderson's pass over the head of Isaac Curtis, who was double teamed by Mumford and Dick Anderson. The field goal team comes on. Horst Muhlman has kicked 21 out of 31. He has hit 11 out of 12 inside the 30-yard line. And this one will be about a 24-yarder, maybe 23. Now it's going to be 24 yards. Low snap, he gets his kick up, it's good, and Cincinnati has scored. So we have a timeout, and the score now, Miami 7 and Cincinnati 3. 1st down, the Dolphins on their 20. Morris, 27-yard line. You know, Al, the deceiving thing about Morris, 27. They're ahead 7-3. Briscoe in motion. Sonka trying to drive for that 1st down, nudging the 30-yard line, and would appear to have it. First, that's Morris. He has that room. 35, 40, out of bounds on his 44. 1st down, Miami again. In this game, and 6 carries. He's averaging 8 yards a carry. 7-3, Miami. Jim Kick barrels over the 45 and to his 48-yard line. He's going to throw for it, and he hits Jim Kick for a 1st down on the 43-yard line. Bob Greasy, superb in third down play so far. 3 out of 3. That pattern, nothing for Warfield. First down, Sonka, 40, carries it with him to the 35-yard line. Larry Sonka. They haven't used him as much so far as they normally do. Second down, 2 to go. That's Briscoe in motion. Mercury Morris at the 30, 25, out of bounds. Boy, he is something today. He didn't play in his last game of the season. Greasy mixing him up. Tosses to Mandy. And he's bumped out of bounds by Ken Riley. He goes out on the 11-yard line. It's another first down. And there goes Sonka. He is short. Beautifully conceived play. The Bengals definitely looking for the pass. It's over the other tight end slot in the twin tight end setup. That's Sonka. Touchdown.
We've seen this offense of Cincinnati. They prove they can move the ball. The Dolphins have been outstanding against the pass. They have been weak this year against the run, believe me.
And he threw that one over the head of Boobie Clark. Roy Kelly, Jim Taylor, and John Brocky. Mercury Morris. Sonka on his own. No help that time, on his own. 4. Miami from their 35. Greasy shoots a pass. Completes it to the tight end, Jim Mandich. A remarkable pass receiver. Goes to tight end. Doug Cruzan, the left tackle. Greasy's going to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to Warfield, and it is caught by Warfield. I thought Neil Craig had a chance to bat that ball away. It hung up there, but Warfield came up with it on the 8-yard line. To go. Flags go down. A lot of movement on both teams, maybe. Cincinnati hopping around. Mercury gets the call. He has it. Mercury Morris. Flawless precision today. Now build a 21-3 lead. We'll take time out with a score. Miami 21, Cincinnati 3. Been incomplete. 3rd and 10. This pass is complete. Anderson nailed that one. A remarkable catch by Charlie Joyner. Joyner has helped Isaac Curtis. The Joyner has excellent speed too. It's complicated zone. They come up with a good pass rush. Elliott to the 40, and Cincinnati will have to relinquish the ball. BC will be telecasting. Mercury Morris following Larry Little, 40, and he is stopped at the 44, loose ball, but Miami has it.
Larry Little, you're right. I made that mistake earlier when I said they outrushed Sonka and Little. Well, maybe I was right a bit, because Little, when he comes out there, Neil Craig didn't know quite what to do with him.
The Dolphins have a first down on their 43-yard line, 3:37 to go in the half. Miami leading 21-3. Oh, there you go. Neil Craig has it. Neil Craig scores, and that should help the young Bengals. Craig picked it off, meant for Mandich out on the flat. The first mistake that Greasy's made today.
That's right. We saw Terry Bradshaw do that yesterday, and now remember Emlyn Tunnell doing this years ago. Here it is again. He knew as soon as he released it, it was a mistake. Perfect timing by Neil Craig. There's no way Bob Greasy was going to catch him. A big play, big.
Big lift to grab that touchdown and point here toward the end of the half. First down. Morris, Sonka, running back. Sonka with the ball, and he stopped behind the line. And pouring in there on him, Bill Berge again. And they run the draw, and they're stopped. Zonka stopped by Ron Carpenter. So the ball now will be on the 23-yard line, a 5-yard gain. We'll have 4th down and 7. 2nd down, 7. Anderson is hit by Bill Stanfield, number 84, having his best year, his 5th year. Anderson, a flare out to Boobie Clark. He's at the 40, fighting for that 1st down, and he fights for it and has it. At his 44-yard line, he's taken down by Vern Denherter. Bob Matheson putting the pressure on.
Mike Colon particularly.
30 seconds to go in the half. Now Anderson is hit and dropped. We have the 1st sack. Bill Stanfield, 84, slaps him down. That's the 1st sack of the game. Yard line. 25 seconds to go in the half. Anderson coming out of the pocket, runs to the 40, up to the 50, 45, 40 of Miami. They're moving into field goal position. They have 1 timeout left, and they call timeout, or did they? 14 seconds to go. The kick is up. This kick is good. And Cincinnati has scored 10 points here in the last 4 minutes of the 1st half. And they're back in this one. 13. The Bengals at one time were trailing 21-3. This is a squibbler. And it's rolling around down there in the 5. Rick Morse nearly fumbled the ball. It's a loose ball. And let's see what they're going to call it. Coming up with the ball is Jim LeClaire. Starting to make the mistakes, and the young Bengals are coming on. Watch this one. Mercury Morris can't find the handle.
I'm not sure Murky was really making a move now. He should have been falling on that ball just to recover it.
That's LeClaire scooping it up. And another field goal now. Dave Lewis holding for Muhlman. 13 yards with 7 seconds to go. The kick is up. It's good. 2 field goals in 6 seconds for Cincinnati. They have scored 13 points in the last 3.5 minutes. And there's your score now. And you're going to have some playoff game going here.
Despite signs of outward beauty, this is not a friendly place. Rather, it is a place where visitors seldom come away as winners. But last week in Miami, Paul Brown and his Bengals were as ready as they could be after winning their last 6 in a row and emerging as AFC Central champions. As for Don Shula's Dolphins, a recent and deceptive loss to the Baltimore Colts was no indication of their awesome power. Miami took control on the first series as they shunted Mercury Morris outside for good yardage. Then, mixing his plays perfectly, Bob Greasy hit Mr. Smooth, Paul Warfield. With only 5.5 minutes gone in the game, Greasy zipped a slant into Warfield, and Miami led 7-0. It was enough to bring the white handkerchiefs out as Dolphin fans sensed a rout. A repeat of the touchdown shows the excellent catch Warfield had to make, although the timing on the play was perfect. Despite the white handkerchiefs, the Bengals weren't about to surrender. Number 19, Essex Johnson, went up the middle for good yardage. But the Cincinnati Star was star-crossed this day as a clean hit caused him an injury to his knee that finished his effectiveness for the game. However, his run helped get Cincinnati on the board with a field goal. Essex wasn't the only Bengal feeling the crunch of the Miami defense, as more than once quarterback Ken Anderson was pummeled to the ground. But while Anderson's troubles were with the opposition, Bob Greasy's very few problems came from his own teammates, who may lapse occasionally from the boredom of sheer perfection. And sheer perfection was the only way to describe Greasy's stout protection. It gave him loads of time all afternoon. And number 88, Jim Mandich, made up for his miscue soon thereafter, and the Dolphins threatened again. Two bursts up the middle by the crusher named Larry Zonka made it 14-3, and the Handkerchiefs were out in earnest. The Dolphins continued to drown the Bengals in offense as once again Greasy went to the incomparable Paul Warfield. Barraging from all angles, Greasy gave to the winged wonder, and Mercury flashed in to make the score 21-3. Surely the young Bengals would give up the ghost. But with a poise beyond their years, they regrouped behind number 66, Bill Berge, and brick-walled the Miami running game. Greasy tried to counter by returning to the airways, but then a flash of black and orange homed in, stole the pass, and blitzed 45 yards to put the Bengals back in the game. A repeat shows that number 34, Neil Craig, had to play red from the start. And his score not only brought his team to within 11 at 21-10, but it also lit some fires. Number 18, Charlie Joyner, had his flame almost snuffed as he made a great catch despite some concentration wrecking. A repeat of the play certainly makes you wonder how Joyner ever managed to hold on, but he seemed unfazed by it all. Ken Anderson added his share to the Cincinnati resurgence by scrambling his team close enough for another Horst Muhlman field goal to trail at only 21-13. Then, on the next kickoff, Mercury Morris couldn't find the handle, and the charged-up Bengals special team recovered the ball. Although the touchdown by number 55, Jim LeClaire, was no good, the Bengals got another field goal 4 seconds before the half ran out, and what had begun as a Miami romp had now become a 21-16 thriller. With the start of the second half, the cavalcade of Cincinnati points was abruptly concluded when Dick Anderson showed up at the other end of Ken Anderson's rainbow to put the Dolphins deep in Bengal territory. Three plays later, the dispassionate Dolphin signal caller Bob Greasy set up and connected with wide receiver Marlon Briscoe on the Cincinnati 17-yard line. From there, Greasy turned Larry Zonka loose on a true workhorse run. Following Zonka's bruising burst, Greasy took advantage of the Bengals by slipping tight end Jim Mandich over the middle for an embarrassingly easy score that moved the Dolphins out 28-16. One series later, the relentless Dolphin attack continued as Greasy and Paul Warfield combined to put Garo Yepremian in position to score. The 50-yard effort was good, and the Dolphins pulled out by 15 points. Behind by 2 touchdowns, Ken Anderson's efforts to recoup were thwarted by Miami's irrepressible rush. Indeed, the defensive might of both clubs was amply demonstrated, as seen when Miami attempted an uncharacteristic act of deception. Tommy Casanova took this one away from Warfield, but the Bengals offense sputtered to a halt. The Miami offense, however, was a case study in execution as Morris and Zonka put Yepremian in range for 3 more points. And as Ken Anderson said, we couldn't break through the 3-4 defense once we got behind as far as we did. And number 36, Lenville Elliott's treatment certainly underscores his point. Unfortunately for the 3-year Bengal quarterback, however, the no-names didn't seem to have much of a problem breaking through to him, as he was sacked 5 times. The Dolphins capped the game with a time-consuming and respectfully non-scoring 12-play drive that ended on the Bengal 11-yard line. Jim Kick spearheaded the effort, but his late-game enthusiasm was obviously not appreciated by the frustrated Bengals. The 34-16 defeat was a crushing blow to the young Cincinnati club, yet their 10-4 record and AFC Central Division crown will no doubt subtract some of the agony from their playoff elimination. For Don Shula, however, it was the 3rd time in as many years his team has moved into competition for the AFC title, and 1 step closer to a 2nd consecutive Super Bowl sojourn. But last Sunday's victory was obviously an emotional one for Shula, because the coach across the field this time was a man that he had played for over 20 years ago, and who had in many ways influenced his coaching philosophy in life. And when the former student and teacher met at midfield, the honest feelings that live in this game of pro football were never more apparent.